Hey, 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 everyone! Happy Monday, and welcome to the XD Daily Creative Challenge livestream. I'm Sam Anderson, joining you from San Francisco. We are streaming live from the Adobe offices. Hello to everyone in the chat. Be sure to say hi. I would love to hear a little bit about you, where you're from, maybe what the weather is like, where you're coming from. Anna is coming back from Chicago. Hello, Kristen. Yes, some familiar names I'm seeing. Lena, hello. This is great to have everyone back here in the chat live with me for day 5. We're going through this week with more challenges to learn XD and UX and UI principles and skills to make everyone here watching and everyone participating a better designer. So to get started with, hello Polk and Nyasha, hello. Pooja, nice to meet you. From India, lovely. Thanks for staying up late to Miami, the Magic City. Oh, okay. Thanks, Charles. Thanks for tuning in. So we're getting started here on our homepage, which is behance.net/challenge/XD. And this is where, if you haven't joined the stream yet so far, this is our starting point. So you would click this blue button right here, and that will get you a notification every single morning when we have a new challenge. And that will have the prompt and the starter file. Those can be accessed down here. Look, we're 5 in already. This is today, Monday, July 29th. Incentive-centered design. So we're going to be designing a fun quiz app, which is going to be fun. And we're going to have little animations, which should be a blast. So these are all the previous challenges that we've done so far, as well as the future ones will be unlocked as we go day by day. If you want to learn more about what XD is, if you're not familiar with what XD is, that can be looked at here. You can download it for free, and you can start designing UX and UI designs. And right here, chat with the community. This goes to our Discord, which you might see behind me. You can click that link to get into our Discord channel, which has been popping and super fully alive since we last looked at it. Everyone has been sharing their animal apps from before, navigation even from way back, from day 1. So feel free, once you have your designs, to be sharing those in Discord, because we are really just staying active in there as much as possible. And so I'd love to just call out the people that have been sharing their designs, because they're just killing it. So we have really stellar work going on here. Look, this is Ipshita. Sorry if I'm not saying your name correctly, but as you can see, we can put videos in here of your interactive prototype. This is from a previous day where we were making an informational app on endangered species. Chris said that he loved making the animal apps. He loved the animal apps. That was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That prompt. Hello, Kratiri from Seattle. Nice to meet you. Joe, nice to see you too. And so look at this. Great work being shared actively on Discord. Let's see a few more. Andrea Hawk, which was a previous Adobe Creative resident, is active and giving feedback in here, along with other people from Adobe, myself included. I am always active and giving feedback to whoever is sharing their designs whenever I have extra time. So great stuff. Keep it up. Keep sharing. This is how we become better designers, is through sharing our work. So we need to stay on top of that. Absolutely. Look, this is our starter file, which you can download from that website I just showed you. And this is where we're going to get started. And so up here, like all the other days, we have our prompt and our principle. The prompt is like the straightforward end design that we want. So design the quiz section for a flashcard app, add card flip animations, and a progress bar with motivational messages. And so maybe that prompt could hint a little bit at what this principle might be, so you could probably guess it, but basically we're showing people's progress toward their goal and we're encouraging them. So if we can gamify it in any way, let's do that. You can even add statistics and points, like an end screen if you want, to show how how they did in their studying of an app. Study app, studying something with the app, you know. And so this really helps incentivize users and keep them on the same track towards success, is by encouraging that positive behavior. And so I've also started including a link to this stream, which in the starter file. So if you need to come back and watch how I do it, you can have a little bit of a walkthrough there. So that brings you right to the page that you're on right now to watch this. And then some inspiration of other apps, how this is Duolingo, which has been super successful in teaching people. And look, up there, that's the progress bar I was talking about, just showing people where they are in terms of their goal. Here's another one that I found on Dribbble, just, you know, like swiping left and right, reviewing different tasks. Again, that progress bar. You know, we can get more detailed than that. That's a simple bar. You might want to have different like landmarks along the way. And this one's great because it's really encouraging people. So it's like, great job, you've completed all your tasks for your first project. This is some sort of task management app concept from Dribbble as well. And then when you're done with all your tasks, this designer put in this other message with this nice illustration, like, oh, you're all done. Like, great job, you're doing well. And honestly, these little moments, people love them, and they really help, you know, just make people feel better, because that's what we're trying to do with our designs. And without that little magic, you know, we're kind of missing the point here. So we are ready to design. And so I have your first artboard here. Over to the left is just a little point system to track your progress, just for tracking your progress, nothing more, but that can help you stay on task. So we're going to start with something similar to what we saw up there, actually. And we're going to have these little cards. And you don't have to do a card-based animation or design, as long as there is some sort of linear flow through learning whatever you choose. We're going to do vocabulary today, just learning some vocabulary. And then we can use this card design, or you can do like a list format, however you want to do it. And so we're going to keep our card white, probably with a maybe no border, and we'll add a little bit of a shadow. And because it's like a floating card, we'll give it a hefty shadow, maybe like 10 on the Y, and then double that for the blur value. And because it's an educational app and we're really having fun with it, maybe we'll do like a fun color, right? Okay. And perhaps there's even like steps before this to initiate like this learning, like quizzing or studying session. But we'll also add our progress bar up here. In here is going to be the word with the definition on the back. And so I do have a list of words and definitions that I conjured up that we can use, which are slightly less less common words, but I think they're great words. So you know, we can start with those. So and props to all those that might use these words in their day-to-day. Aberration. Anyone know what aberration means before I say the definition? I'd love to hear in the chat. I'm going to just, you know, make this bigger, as I'll give you some time to think about it, if anyone knows what aberration means. And, you know, no worries if you don't. Like, I didn't know before I looked it up. Before this stream, I was just like, let's look on Google for vocab words. You know, that's all we need, right? So aberration, we're just gonna keep the word on the front. That looks good. Aberration. And vocab session. I think we're gonna call it like a vocab, no, not vocal session, no, vocab session. There we go. Autocorrect isn't always on the spot every single time. Hello everyone, hey Tim, thanks for joining. Great to see you again. Manur, nice to see all these friendly names, friendly faces back in the chat from previous sessions. It's great for everyone to be here and active and jamming out. We're gonna give this a little bit of a header bar. I think maybe like a darker green, just for the apps. Usually, you know, they tend to have these sort of header bars just to for navigation, you know. And usually there might be like a button back there to go to go back to like a home screen, which I encourage you to design as well. We might not have enough time to get to that today. So aberration, boom. There's gonna be a flipping animation. I'll show you how to do that, where we'll have the definition. But before we get there, we're going to do our progress bar, which is what this is all about. And then instead of like focusing entirely on building out all these like card flips and all these, there could be like, 20 different vocabulary words, and I'll just kind of skip through some of those just to show you like the start, middle, and end for where we can show the progress and how it progresses. So I'm just making a bar here. I'm keeping that shadow, and let's say we're at the beginning. We're at the beginning, and maybe we'll use that darker green again. Feel free to use something that's not green. Maybe it matches whatever style of app you're using a little bit more. Have some creative freedom here to really take it in any direction that you'd like. How does that look? Yeah, you could even put like a percentage to like show how well they're doing. Okay, and then we're going to duplicate this artboard. And here's where the flipping, actually, we're not gonna duplicate the artboard just yet. We have one more tiny thing to, aberration, a departure from what is normal, unusual, or expected, typically one that is unwelcome. Ooh, that is a great definition. It's actually different than the one I have, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it, Richard, thank you. If that's your own definition that you made, like props, if you got it from Google, that's okay too. But I'm going to use your definition because you were kind enough to include it in the chat there. So a departure from what is normal or usual, comma, or expected, typically one that is unwelcome. Ooh. Did I have any typos? I couldn't actually see. I wasn't actually looking at what I was typing when I was typing that. Okay, Richard just Googled it. No problems there. I wouldn't expect someone to just have the definition of this one at their disposal. That'd be kind of intense. Although there are people that can do that, which is, very skilled. Very skilled. Okay, maybe not medium. We'll go a little bit lighter on our text here. And that looks good. I like that. Feel free to include other details, like if it's a noun or a vowel. Aberration, it's a noun, right? So we'll put that up there. I hope my English skills are coming in handy and not not showing me down here. Okay, and maybe that's like a slightly less opaque. And you can even put pronunciation on there. This isn't really the point of the task, We do, want to make sure that's showing well, but we do also want to have our card flip animation. And so to do that card flip, basically it's going to be a tap, and then the card will flip. We want to use auto animate to transition between those two states. And so a regular rectangle, the way auto animate works is it looks for the same object on two artboards, and it will tween between those two artboards in any changes you make. So if it's at the bottom and then on the second artboard it's at the top, it will animate from the bottom to the top. The thing that's tricky with this one is that the rectangle is actually kind of staying in the same start and end position. So we actually have to do a little bit of a hack. And the way we're going to do that is double clicking on our rectangle so that we explode it into each individual point. And then we're going to just move any one of those points just by a pixel. So it basically has no visual difference, but what that's doing is it's turning the rounded rectangle shape into just a path, any kind of shape path, a custom shape path, which is just a little hack around to us being able to manipulate the shape with a little bit higher fidelity. And so I'll do the same thing on this one. And you'll notice this is path 12 and this is path 11. So those are different names. We want to make sure they're the same in the layers panel or else they will not auto animate. So make sure they have the same name. And then on this side, we are going to do a flip. So we're at 515 or 315 pixels wide here. And I'm just going to flip it like that until it's the same size. You could also use the flip. There's a tool that does that automatically for you right up here in the sizing controls. And then XD will see that as, oh, the path is actually totally flipping sides rather than staying the same. And so that's how we're going to fool XD into auto-animating our shape the correct way. And so let's take a look at what that looks like. Oh, okay. Not quite what we're expecting quite yet. Let's see, what do we have going on here? Okay, this is both a path and this is a path, both path 12. So it should work. Okay, I'm gonna slow it down. Sometimes slowing down an animation will actually help you in identifying where the issues are. So let's, instead of 0.3 seconds, we'll do 5 seconds, which is the max. And oh, you know what I did? There's one key step here, and it's something I forgot. It's that we didn't actually choose auto animate from our transition type. And so I'm like always using auto animate, so sometimes I think it automatically does it, but it doesn't. The default is just a regular transition, but we want to choose auto animate, which is going to be our magic sauce here. And so now, whoa, and I made it 5 seconds, so it's really long. It's like a really slow turning. It would make for a super unproductive study session. Although maybe a kind of entertaining one. I don't know. Let's make that faster. I think we deserve something a little faster. Boom, look at that. It flips and you see the definition. Not bad. Cool. And so perhaps then when they go to the next one, we can like duplicate it over here where all this kind of goes off to the side. Actually, okay, we're gonna group some things actually. We're gonna group those two on both of these. Again, layer names, because I was grouping them separately, the layer names are different, but if you're duplicating your artboard, the layer names will stay the same. So I'm going to move those off to the side. You can even, throw some rotation magic on there too. Why not? And then bring that down to 0 opacity so that when we bring in our next one, boom, boom. Oh, I didn't wire it up yet. But when we bring in our next one, it has a space to go in. And so we'll just do another tap onto this one, or actually maybe like a drag. We can do like a drag. That could be kind of cool. And then we'll have another one come in here. And what we're going to do on the second one is, let's see here. I'll group this. Let's group 36 here. And we have let's get our second word. Let's do candor. It's a nice word. Candor. Who knows what candor means? I think this is probably a more common word than aberration. So we might have more luck with this one. Control G is indeed the shortcut to group objects. I'm working in XD all day, every day as a designer on the XD team. We are designing XD with an XD, and so we're always using shortcuts to maximize our workflow. And so I'll bring this onto the previous artboard, just off center a little bit. That will tell XD we want it to come in from that side when we auto animate it, because it's looking for those common objects between artboards. Boom. And then when we get here to the second one, because we've done that card flip animation, so you know how to do that. But what's key here is I'm going to actually move up this. So it's going to get bigger because we're progressing through the design. And we're actually going to have a little message bubble come out from it to let the person that's studying, I don't like saying user. I think that's just like a little weird. So we'll say whoever it is. It's the person that's studying. Well, it's the person that's studying will get a little motivational message from here, and it'll stem right from our progress bar here. And so I will copy some of this text to keep consistent with our typefaces. Good job. Like keep it up. Keep it up. Maybe like 15 words to go. And we're not going to do all 15 words. You're surely welcome to. I'm not. I only have half an hour here today for you. But we're just going to put this little motivational message in there. And maybe actually an emoji? Yeah? An emoji? Are we that cool? Yeah, we're that cool. Okay. Let's put an emoji in. The thing with emojis in XD is that sometimes it's hard to pull up the little picker, but I have the little touch bar, so I can add one like this. Oh, one too many. But you might actually have to pull up that emoji picker, which is the emoji picker. Okay, let's go to any other search bar. I think you can pull it up. Control Command Space. Yeah, Control Command Space on Mac will give you the emoji picker. I'm not sure how you do it on PC. Maybe someone that's familiar with PC can chime in. And we'll make it bigger. Let's do like 30. It's like, wow, it's so encouraging. The little picture, I think, the little emoji kind of helps really bring it in. And we can use the little triangle tool to make it kind of like stem, almost like a chat message, like the app is talking to us, right? And we can join those two shapes together, the rectangle and the triangle, with this tool up here that will join the shapes together. And so now they actually act as one shape joined together. Really neat tool right there. Awesome. Good job. Keep it up. 15 words to go. Awesome. And then perhaps that just kind of slides up from the previous page. I'll group all of these together and put that down here. And actually, it should probably come from behind. So I'm actually going to... Is this all grouped here? No, it's not grouped yet. Okay, let's delete this, bring it back in its grouped form. Oh. There we go. Bring it back in its grouped form. We'll move it up. So it's moving from out of screen to on screen. I'm putting on that back layer. Look, I just used the shortcut Command Shift and then the first bracket key to send it all the way to the back. And then now it's behind that progress bar we designed. And we'll make this one 0% opacity. So it's just hiding off screen. And okay, we have our transitions from each one, right? Cool. And then we'll have just one more to make this one go away. And this will, usually when you're doing animations and you're going from something that's on the screen and it's leaving, if it's leaving the screen, you want it to be really quick. You actually want to aim onto the screen. So if, for example, let's see here, like for this one, let's see, it's a drag animation, so the duration is actually dependent on the drag position. But for when we go from this one, we'll actually tap on it to make it exit. And we do tap, duration, let's do like 0.2, keep it nice and snappy. And let's look at what we have so far. Look, boom, it flips, we see the definition, we go to the next word. Oh, we actually drag it to the next word. You can, if you group these elements together, actually those words will actually travel with the card. And as you see this next one come up, boom, we're getting our motivational message. And you see, actually, if we go back, you can see our progress bar is actually moving as we're dragging over that card. And you can do that card flip animation again for the next one. How fast can I do it? How fast do you think I can do it? Let's see if I can do it in the 58 seconds I have left to do the design portion of this stream. And then I'm going to show you some other stuff around how we can share our design. So let's do the same thing we did before. Make sure that's a path and not a shape. Flip it to be like around 315 pixels. And then what's our definition for candor? Great word. It's the quality of being honest. I'm losing my train. Okay, the quality of being honest and straightforward. What a nice word. So nice. Okay, we'll paste that on there. The quality of being honest and straightforward. It's like, that's kind of a nice combination, honest and straightforward. It's kind of, because, you know, straightforward might have a negative connotation to it. So the fact that this word encompasses them both is kind of rad. And then maybe we even go a step even further. We progress. After they're done with this, you can show them motivational messages with how to progress through their design. And you can share your designs through Behance. So up here in XD, share button, share to review, share that in Discord, that channel that I showed you earlier. On a previous streams, I also show you how you can share on Behance and get running on there to have your portfolio in pristine condition. It's time for me to go though. I ran out of time way sooner than I could have hoped, but I will be back tomorrow and I'll be showing you yet another challenge and we will be jamming again. So I will see you soon and I can't wait to see your work. Post it in Discord, share it on Behance, and I will give you feedback as well as everyone else. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.